Hey, welcome to Fashion Transformation with Eva. It's me, Eva, helping you create the sustainable wardrobe you have always wanted. Today, we are going to be talking about 5 fashion innovations of 2020. Let's face it, it's been a really rubbish year, so I thought, why not, now that Christmas is over, look back and see whether we can find some good news. So yeah, I found quite a few actually, and I'm sharing 5 of these with you today. Let's do it. Number 1. This comes from a brand called Pangaya. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. And it's puffer coats that instead of duck or goose down or polyester filling, they actually fill their coats with flowers, which is quite interesting. What they're doing is they are mixing shredded wildflowers with a vegetable waste polymer, and they're calling this a flower down. And they also claim that this will keep you warm, a temperature even at minus 20 degrees Celsius, which is pretty cold. So it is very interesting, I think, because it's another way in which plants are used for something very interesting and something that is more eco-friendly and ethical than other ways in which coats with down work. Okay, number 2 is from a collective of technologists, recyclers and collectors. It's called, the actual collective, it's called Fiber Sort. And what Fiber Sort have created is artificial intelligence which sorts through clothes that would go to landfill. Now, sometimes clothes don't always go to landfill, they get recycled, but usually to a really low grade kind of fiber for insulation, for example. However, a lot of clothes can still be recycled. They can be recycled, but they have to be purely cotton or purely wool, for example. They can't be mixes at the moment. It's not. There is no system that does that. So what they've done is, instead of having people to look through all the clothes that are picked up, they've got this artificial intelligence, this robot that does the sorting, and it's very efficient. So whatever can be recycled and turned into new material for new clothes is. And I think that's really brilliant, because it means that for the clothes made from these materials, no virgin materials have been needed and no resources have been taken from fields or made from polyester, for example. So I think that's really brilliant news. It's one step ahead for the fashion industry. It's really good. Number 3 is another brand, and another innovative brand from London actually. I hope I pronounce this correct, is a Volleyback. And what they have created is a biodegradable hoodie, and it's very interesting because the hoodie, they claim, after being worn for however many years you like, can be put in the ground or in your garden compost if you have one, and biodegrade within 8 to 12 weeks. Now, the reason that compostable materials are a good thing is because it takes, for some materials, it can take hundreds, if not longer, years of time to biodegrade, unfortunately, especially ones that are made using plastic, of course. And if you haven't seen my video from a while back where I set myself onto a mission of finding clothing and that's been just disposed somewhere in the wild, if you like, and creating something new from it, do check it out. What I did there is I found, one of the things that I found on a walk that I did one day was a tent bag. And that tent bag, I don't know how long it was in the woods, It was covered in moss. It was disgusting. And I made something really good with it actually, so I'm pretty impressed with that one personally. But the point is that I don't know how long that tent was there, but it certainly hadn't even started degrading, even though it was covered in moss. So if I had left it there, probably still in the same condition, whilst having something which does is biodegradable within 8 to 12 weeks sounds pretty amazing. And I hope in the near future we'll be at a point where clothing can do this, but we still have a long way to go. So yeah, brands like this that make changes like that are to be celebrated. So really well done, Violet back. And also another thing to mention is that the dyes used for the hoodies are actually made from pomegranate peel. So another really good eco-friendly kind of way of all around a really great eco-friendly product. So well done. Okay, number 4 is now again, I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. It's just that when you read things, sometimes you don't know whether they're how to pronounce them exactly. So I do apologize. So I think it's Mio Mojo, but it could be Mio Mojo. You can make your own mind up on this one. Another great initiative. It's an Italian-based brand with another kind of plant-based leather. Made from cactus and also apple skin. So we know about, or I'm pretty sure I've talked about Pineatex before, which is pineapple derived leather, which is really soft. I've touched samples of Pineatex. It's really nice. I haven't actually had my hands on samples from cactus leather, but I imagine it's also very soft. And I'm a real fan of leather alternatives that are not plastic based, of course, but also not animal based. And I think it's really great that more and more materials like that are coming to the market, because it gives us more choice as well. So yeah, really brilliant new invention. So well done, Mio Mojo or Mio Mojo. Brilliant. Okay, and number 5. Now it's 2020 still, and I couldn't help but say something about face masks. Love them or hate them, we all have to use them in certain times. And unfortunately, what I have found this year is that there are loads of masks that you just buy for a single use, and you find on the street people just throwing the mask. So I don't know how, but it's massively an issue. So whilst a lot of people do wear face masks that are made by materials and they're reusable, it's interesting to have found this 5th good news invention, if you like, which comes from the UK actually. It's from Dorset, and it's a mask made by a person called Solveig Starovich. She has made face masks from eco-nylon, which has been created using plastic waste from landfills and oceans, including fishing nets. So I think that's a really good way of using something that was pollutant into something that, you know, it is useful. And the material is machine washable, ironable, and it takes reusable filters according to the website. And it is also recyclable, which is brilliant news, and is breathable, which you need when you have face mask on. So I thought that's a really good one to add to the mix. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hit the like button if you did, share with your friends. It'll really help out the channel, and I hope you come back and see more. In the new year, I will be getting back to creating new clothes out of old clothes, working on a new collection, and just giving you little tips and tricks. So I hope this is all helpful to you. Do put your suggestions in the comment section below, and until next time, stay creative. See you in 2021.